If you walked into a store in 2025 looking to buy a new TV, you'd be forgiven for thinking everything on display looked like a solid option. Slick designs, big specs on bold stickers, promises of 8K quantum dots, smart connectivity, and AI-powered picture precision. But here's the catch. Behind that wall of screens and hype, there's a trap waiting for you. And it doesn't matter if it's labeled as a deal, a limited time offer, or a holiday exclusive. Some of these TVs aren't just bad, they're disasters dressed in LEDs. So today we're tearing the filters off. The worst TV brands of 2025, ranked from barely breathing to surprisingly surviving. The ones you need to avoid at all costs, even if they're practically begging you to take them home. Ready? Good, because by the end of this, you'll never look at a flashy showroom the same way again. Number 8, Insignia, Best Buy's budget trap. Alright, now you're wandering the aisles of Best Buy. Maybe you're thinking, hey, 65 inches for 329s? That looks too easy. And yeah, it is too easy. That's Insignia's playbook. Insignia is like that one friend we all have. Super charming at first. Throws a great party, but by month 2, they're crashing on your couch and eating all your snacks. Let's break it down. You get your shiny new Insignia TV home. Out of the box, not bad. Fire TV's built in. The picture looks okay from the couch. Sounds a little tinny, but hey, you've got a soundbar. But then the updates start, apps lag. The remote becomes unresponsive. Alexa integration? More like, sorry, I didn't catch that. And not in a cute way, just in a frustrating, why did I buy this? Way one user told us, mine started freezing when opening Disney+. Then YouTube wouldn't load. 6 months in, completely bricked. I sent in a support ticket. Silence. And good luck thinking Insignia will help. There's no actual Insignia factory. These TVs are just rebranded hardware from the lowest bidder that month. No consistency, no company pride. Best Buy might sell it to you, but they'll point elsewhere when it breaks. So, would you trust your movie nights, your game sessions, your family memories to something this unreliable? Or do you deserve better? Tell us below if you've tried Insignia. Did it survive the year, or is it in the recycling bin already? Number 7, Toshiba. The name you trusted gone corporate. Toshiba used to mean something. For years, they made tanks disguised as TVs, sturdy, rich color, tech that never quit. And now, their name is a mask and someone else is dancing behind it. Today's Toshiba TVs don't feel like Toshibas. That's because they're owned and built by Hisense and usually run Fire TV. You'd think it'd be a decent combo. But what you really get is a meh panel with sluggish OS performance and motion blur that turns a football game into a watercolor painting. One guy told us, I bought a Toshiba Fire TV thinking it was solid. 3 months in, 2 dead pixels. Called support. They told me to reset it and wait for an update. Spoiler, update never fixed it. It's like giving someone a duct-taped phone and saying, it still calls people though. Sure, but how much are we tolerating just because the brand feels familiar? Toshiba isn't the destroyer, it's the pretender. Living off the legacy, delivering leftovers, there are better options. Don't fall for the nostalgia bait. Number 6, JVC. Throw a dart at the tech wall. Here's a fun game. Find 5 JVC TV owners. Ask them about their experience. Get 5 completely different answers. Because JVC isn't one brand anymore. In 2025, JVC is a logo. That's it. Their TVs vary wildly in quality depending on where you live, what model you buy, and what assembly line was available that week. In the US, these are basically store-brand TVs wrapped in the name of an audio legend. We've seen JVCs that look decent right out of the box, and others that arrive with off-color balance, slow menu transitions, and missing streaming apps. One viewer said, the remote didn't work properly from day one. The picture was washed out like a thrift store VHS. I tried adjusting settings. Nothing fixed it. When I finally returned it, no exchange in stock. That's the problem. JVC is unpredictable. You might get a decent panel, or you might get a Frankenstein unit from 5 random suppliers stitched together with the power of hope. This isn't just about picture quality, it's about trust. And JVC's gamble doesn't pay off nearly enough. Ever rolled the dice on JVC? Let us know if it paid off, or blew up on movie night. Number 5. Philips, split personality disorder. Ask a European about Philips TVs, you'll hear glowing praise. Beautiful ambilight effects, stunning colors, precision engineering. Now ask an American shopper. You'll hear lag crashes, plastic build, missing features. Why? Because Philips in the US and Philips in Europe might as well be two different universes. Overseas, Philips still takes pride in visuals and design. But here, it's all licensed out to budget builders. It's not the same team, not the same quality, not even the same software in most cases. It's like expecting a luxury car and getting a sticker of that car taped onto a golf cart. A viewer told us, "I was sold on Philips Ambilight. Didn't realize the US version didn't even include it. Just a slow, heavy, underpowered shell of what the reviews praised." And that's the trap. Global branding with regional disappointment. Philips could be amazing if you live in the right place, but if you're shopping in the US, look twice. You might be buying into a knockoff with a familiar name. So far, we've seen ghosts, imposters, and traps hiding in plain sight. And we're just getting started. What do you think? Did you ever buy a Philips expecting magic and got mediocrity instead? Let us know your story. Number 4. Panasonic, the ghost in the premium machine. You know what's strange? In 2025, if you even mention a Panasonic TV in a US store, the sales rep might look at you like you just asked where they keep the cassette tape players. But wait, wasn't Panasonic once king of the living room? Absolutely, the plasma era? They owned it. Picture quality, top-tier longevity, virtually bulletproof. But today, owning a Panasonic TV in the US is like being in a secret fan club with no meetings, no support, and no local dealer. They've disappeared from shelves almost entirely. Sure, overseas, especially in Japan and parts of Europe, Panasonic is still pushing out OLEDs that earn critical acclaim. Their color accuracy, motion handling, and panel craftsmanship are elite. Truly beautiful TVs, but then you try importing one? Buckle up, missing apps, strange regional settings, incompatible firmware, and worst of all, no local support if something goes wrong. One devoted subscriber tried importing a high-end Panasonic OLED, convinced by glowing UK reviews. They told us, picture quality, incredible, but I couldn't install half the apps I use daily. Hulu? Nope. HBO Max? Nope. Customer support? Asked me to talk to my retailer, who's in Tokyo. So here's the question. What's the point of elite tech if you can't use it the way you need to? Panasonic didn't fail because they stopped making good TVs, they failed because they abandoned their buyers. In North America, at least the premium powerhouse is running on fumes. Would you import tech with no safety net? Would love to hear if anyone managed to make a Panasonic import work. Number 3. Vizio, the underdog who forgot how to win. Remember when Vizio was the hero of budget brilliance? Everyone was talking about it. You'd walk into Costco or Target and see a massive Vizio screen for hundreds less than Samsung or LG. And the kicker? The picture was actually good. The value was unbeatable. That was then. Today, in 2025, Vizio's still cheap, but it's not charming anymore. Their screen panels are still decent, sure. You get solid contrast, okay blacks, and decent brightness. But that's where the good news ends. The problem? Everything around the screen, SmartCast, their proprietary operating system, is a mess. It's slow, riddled with bugs, loaded with ads, and somehow gets worse with every update. One frustrated user wrote in, "My Vizio started great. Month 1 was fantastic. By month 3, apps were freezing. 6 months. The remote only worked if I pressed each button 2 or 3 times. Tech support told me to do a hard reset. That made it slower. And here's the kicker. Updates aren't optional. You're stuck with whatever new improvements they push, and sometimes those kill more features than they add. Oh, and let's talk about warranty. It used to be decent. Now, reported delays, long wait times, and zero support if your issue isn't textbook. A repair technician even told us Vizio TVs are okay hardware-wise. But their software? Held together by luck and minimal testing, and once it starts glitching, there's no fixing it. So if you're considering Vizio in 2025, ask yourself, can you live with a TV that's fine only when nothing changes? Because in today's streaming world, everything changes constantly. Did you catch that decline firsthand? Share your Vizio victory or horror story in the comments. Number 2. Hisense, the high flyer with turbulence. Let's be honest here, Hisense is complicated. Over the past 10 years, they've gone from a low-profile Chinese electronics brand to a real contender in the global TV market. They've acquired Toshiba's TV division, pumped millions into R&D, and rolled out eye-catching displays like the U8K and ULED series that genuinely turned heads. We're talking stunning brightness, respectable contrast, and gaming performance that, on paper, rivals higher-end models, often at half the price. So what's the problem? Consistency. Buying a Hisense TV in 2025 is like spinning a roulette wheel. You might get a stunning display, or a unit with clouding, vertical banding, flickering, or dead pixels. And the worst part? Two TVs with the same model number can have completely different performance. One viewer told us, bought two U8Ns for bedrooms. One looked amazing right out of the box. The other had splotchy brightness and muffled audio. Swapped it out, same issue. Called support. They said that variation in quality is normal. Excuse me? Normal? Also if you think software is better? Not quite. Hisense uses multiple platforms depending on region. Vita, Roku TV, Google TV. Updates are inconsistent. Features vary. Interfaces change based on territory. You literally cannot predict your user experience until you turn the TV on. Look, credit where it's due. Hisense is innovating fast. Their ambition is impressive. When it works, it really works. But in 2025, too many models suffer from cut corners syndrome. Great specs on paper, iffy execution in real life. Would you risk it? Are you feeling lucky today? Let us know. Have you had that perfect Hisense experience? Or did you get the panel from the Monday morning shift? Because whether they rise or crash depends entirely on what they do next. We'll be watching. Number 1, Samsung, Tech Titan, Ad Machine. Let's shift gears. We're now talking about the kings of the TV kingdom. Samsung. Sony and LG, surely these giants must still be the gold standard. Right? Well, not so fast, because in 2025, even Samsung, the company that revolutionized LED and QLED, has started chasing profits in places where viewers never asked them to look. Before we hit them, let's be real. Samsung still delivers jaw-dropping brightness, vibrant colors, and fantastic gaming performance. Their recent Neo QLEDs pop, especially under store lighting. Demos look gorgeous, but here's where the cracks form: 8K overkill. They're pushing 8K hard. Problem is, there's still almost no 8K content. You're paying extra for a resolution you'll never actually use. One buyer wrote to us, bought an 8K Samsung. It's gorgeous, but all I do is watch 1080p or 4K upscaled. Paid $3,000 for pixels my content doesn't even touch. Tizen OS meltdown. Once praised for simplicity, Samsung's Tizen OS is now bloated with ads, forced apps, and sluggish interface updates. It feels less like your TV and more like their storefront. A subscriber told us, turned on my Samsung to watch Netflix. I had to scroll past 5 ads before my app even loaded. One was for airline points. My TV is selling me credit cards. Software updates gone wrong. Some firmware upgrades downgrade performance. We've seen updates break color settings, mess with HDMI inputs, and lag remote response time. Here's the reality. Samsung still makes beautiful screens, but the experience is no longer user first. It's brand first, monetization first. What used to be premium comfort now feels like being on a premium flight with advertising playing on all the windows. Are you okay with that? Let us know. Is Samsung still king in your house or starting to overstay its welcome?